What's up, everyone? Welcome into another day of the Fantasy Football Game Show brought to you by Front Yard Fantasy here on Better Sports Network. I'm your host, Simon, joined, as always, by my co-hosts, Joey Wright and John Luke Garofalo. And joining us today, we've got a special guest and friend of the show, Justin Bruni, here to play some Fantasy Jeopardy. For those of you that do not know Justin, he's the fantasy football editor over at SGPN. And a podcast host there as well, host of the Sports Gambling Podcast and Heroes and Villains. Justin, thank you so much for taking the time to come and play some games with us today.
Forward to it. Big fan, long time listener and watcher. Sometimes I like to hop in there. So really love the work you guys do. I'm getting ready to, get out of the backyard and get to the front yard. Let's party. Let's go.
Let's go.
That was a pro line.
Just stay in the backyard.
Can I use that?
I can do that too.
Just living back there.
After the Jeopardy game,
a lot more shade in the backyard.
If your attitude towards Front Yard Fantasy stays the same. There's some tricky questions in there. We got some people in the chat ready for today's show. Grim fan in here with a question for us to kick us off. He said Buccaneers LB linebacker Devin White recently requested a trade. What team do you think he would fit best on, guys? Joey, as the Buccaneers fan, does this make you sad, and where do you want to see him go?
A, yes, it does make me sad. B, I could see him going to the Colts. The Athletic put out a really good article a couple weeks ago where they kind of profiled some teams that needed linebackers the most, and the Colts and Chiefs were 1-2. So I could see him probably going to the Colts most likely.
Justin, do you have another potential landing spot for Devin White that you think would make sense?
Eagles. I saw some skirmishing on social media about maybe some love for the Eagles from Devin White. Wouldn't hate that. Need to fill that spot for TJ Edwards coming over to my Chicago Bears. So big need, big opportunity on a team that's going to be looking to get back to the Super Bowl.
We got Craig in here, our IDP friend, with a little bit more insight too, saying Texans, Lions, Raiders, Steelers all need linebacker help. So it depends if White wants more money or spot to compete for another title, which is interesting to watch what players prioritize. So we'll have to watch, see what happens. It's free agency 2.0, y'all. We're about to get it
2.0, y'all.
It subsided a little bit, but now the draft's getting closer. It's going to kick back up leading into the draft, and then right after, it's going to be an explosion of free agent signings.
Is it 3.0, y'all, after that, or is it still 2.0?
It's still 2.0.
2.5.
Always 2.0.
2.5, y'all.
Jackass 2.5.
We got Jay in the chat. Says, what is Simon measuring on the thumbnail? It's the
How
gourd
big it is?
that I grew. How big the gourd that I grew is.
The
Jason,
gourd.
wrong answers only. Yeah, it's the gourd. That is the wrong answer. We got Albert in the chat with hello, everyone. What's up, Albert? Glad to have you in here. And Dustin with the hashtag Team Joey to kick us off.
Dude.
We got Victor here with our good afternoon, bro. Chachos. Happy Taco Tuesday. Smash that
What
taco
up, Victor?
button.
Yeah,
Smash
Victor,
that taco button.
Victor always comes in with that energy.
Justin,
Comes in straight energy.
Are you a Taco Tuesday celebrator?
Taco Tuesday is every day, my friend.
Yes.
Yes.
Have we met anybody who isn't?
Some people have like strict Taco Tuesday plans. Like in college, when I lived 2 feet from a Mexican restaurant, we were there every Tuesday.
Yeah, you got it because you're poor.
Because you're poor and they're 50 cents on
trying to get
Taco
that deal.
Tuesday. But now it's like, when I think about it, I know some people have like Die Hard every week. We're doing taco night.
It's funny when you're like in that phase right out of high school and college when when your food decisions are made by what the deals are.
Yeah, by your money.
All your
I
food
would like Moe's every Monday, $5 Moe's. Like, let's go.
Your alcohol decisions, your clothing decisions as well.
Everything.
You can entice me just about anywhere with a free t-shirt. Craig in the chat coming in with our daily puns. Says, look at that. Another just incredible guest on the show today.
Ooh.
That one's pretty good, Craig.
I'll try to live up to it. I'll try.
We got Dave in the chat. Shout out Dave from the Toronto area, and Dame down here as well. Another name.
What up,
3
Dave?
of the same
What up,
letters
Dave?
as Dave's. And those must be a pretty good 3 letters because I like everyone with those 3 letters in their name.
Did I mess you up by talking when you were talking?
Never.
I could
You
tell
never.
your sentence just got slowly more warped. You're like, oh, blah, 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 and that's what they were doing.
100%. Well, guys, we brought Justin here today to play a game we call Fantasy Football Jeopardy. Before we do that, though, a couple reminders. First and foremost, Justin's about to try to dominate in some Jeopardy, and you're going to want to make sure you are following him on Twitter before he does that. You can find him on Twitter at SGPNJB and check out the work that he's doing right there on his Twitter, or you can follow the links in his bio to SGPN and the Gambling Podcast. After you do that, come on back over here. If you're watching on our YouTube channel at Front Yard Fantasy, hit that sub button. We are live every day, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern time. And the little notification bell is the easiest way to make sure you don't miss out on our afternoon game breaks. It's the perfect time, 3 o'clock. I mean, you're back from lunch. Some people have left. You know what I mean? The people that had like a doctor's appointment, if you're sitting in your office, your boss, they're taking care of what they got to take care of before they go home.
They're in a meeting.
Prime,
They're always in a meeting at 3.
Roll a spreadsheet. Know what I mean? Just open up a spreadsheet with lots of numbers in it, scroll it, and throw us on.
Click. Throw us in the little corner while you click on your spreadsheet.
Exactly. It's perfect. We're the perfect in the corner at the end of the day show. We got Scampers in here as well saying, good morning, beautiful y'all. 3.0 people, y'all.
Nailed it, Scampers.
Absolutely nailed it. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pull up this Jeopardy board, explain the categories, and then we are going to get started with today's game. The game we are playing, like I mentioned, is Fantasy Football Jeopardy. It's a lot like the popular TV show Jeopardy, but with an NFL or fantasy twist. Instead of buzzing in, our contestants are going to be going in turn order, which is the biggest change in this game. All of the questions, like I mentioned, are going to be about NFL or fantasy, except for the ones that aren't, which there are a couple of those mixed in there. On your turn, you're going to pick the question from the board that you want to answer, category and value. Get it right, you add that money to your score. Get it wrong, nothing happens. We're not subtracting money here. There is one other twist to our rules, though, that is not on the normal game of Jeopardy. If you get your question right, you get to pick the category for the person that goes after you. Not the value, but the category. So you can be nice, you can be mean, you can play some game theory based on the values left, but you will have full authority over the category the person going next has to pick from. We will answer questions in this order until we run out of time or run out of questions on this board, at which point we will go into Final Jeopardy, the only question where you can lose money in this game. I'm going to give you a category. You're going to write down a wager anywhere between 0 and the total amount of money you've earned throughout the game so far. Get the question right, you're adding that money. Get it wrong, we are subtracting it. Whoever has the most at the end of Final Jeopardy is our Jeopardy champion on April 11th, 2023.
Oh, let's go.
The day of our Tuesday.
The day of our Tuesday. I threw a poll in the chat. Who's going to win this game of FF Jeopardy today? So vote along. Let us know who you think's going to win. One of us is going to feel very bad after this.
Dustin said, how does the chat feel about faces on the right? I do not like it.
That's a good question, chat. Tell us. We can faces on the right, faces on the bottom. You
feels like a poll perception.
Oh, what percentage of people prefer the video on the right?
We can't put the faces on the left. Is that correct, guys?
That is correct.
That's what
they don't like left for some reason. I don't know.
Can't turn left.
We were strictly instructed. I think some past NASCAR trauma for sure, Justin. You nailed it. Well, Justin, you are going first in today's game. Joey is going to be going second, JL third, and your categories are as follows. We've got what makes a name. This is going to be images that, when strung together, create the name of an NFL coach or player. So it's a bit of a visual puzzle. You'll get it whenever you look at them. The next category is target.
How many was that?
This is going to be all about target. This is going to be all about targets. Targets from this past season. The next category is grab bag. Anything. This could be anything. We've got enter the war room. This is going to be a trip on down to the FanDuel Sportsbook, but specifically NFL draft props. So we are going to be looking at NFL draft props in this category. And then our last category, we've got name that Justin. With Justin guesting on our show today, we have a new category. Images of men named Justin are going to show up. You are responsible for telling me who that Justin is. Get it right, that money will be added to your bank.
Oh my God, I've always wanted to name a Justin. Woo.
You guys ready?
All J contestants today, by the way.
How about that?
Enough of those J names.
Rocking it.
Speaking of J names, Jay in the chat said, I prefer no faces. Well, too bad. And we got Scott in the chat as well saying, is Joey on daily now?
Scott.
I am. I bribed them enough, Scott, and they allowed me to be on 5 days a week.
Damn.
But I work for peanuts now. So
you pay for work?
Literal peanuts.
Yeah. Specifically,
you guys get paid?
Peanuts. Well, we actually just give them the shells. Don't tell Joey that there's supposed to be another part of the peanut besides the shell.
Yeah, he thinks the shell's
I thought they were extra crunchy.
Fun fact, you can eat the shell. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I watched someone do it at a baseball game, and it's salty as hell, and I tried it, and now that's the only way I eat peanuts.
I tend to do that from time to time.
Guys, I think we got set up.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it, but I'm not, like overly for it. I think you should just, choose your own path, and I think you'll get to this destination all the same.
Every peanut is its own adventure. You don't have to set the rules.
Dramatic. Every
all right,
got set up. Peanuts we made along the way.
We got set up.
Yeah, I think Scott knew the answer, and he just wanted to. He said, "That's nice. Catch you later." Walked right into that.
Hi, Scott.
We'll let you know when we fire Joey, Scott. Then you can come back in the chat. Well, Justin, you are up first. You've got free reign of this board. You can take any category, any value. What would you like to do to kick us off?
I mean, let's have some fun. Let's stay on brand here. Let's go name that Justin for 400.
Name that Justin
for 400. Can you name that Justin?
Justin Simmons.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is indeed Justin Simmons of the Denver Broncos. Nice job, Justin. You know your fellow Justins.
Who?
Justin Simmons, defensive player for the Denver Broncos.
Get on it.
Our IDP people in the chat knowing that one. We always throw nothing but offensive players in there, so I figured I'd throw some defensive players in there as well. At least one. Justin, that's correct. And that's going to give you $400 in an early lead. You get to pick Joey's next category, though. Where do you want to send him?
Oh, Joey. Let's enter the war room. He gets to pick the amount?
Yes, he gets to pick the amount.
Let's enter the war room.
Before you pick your amount, Jay in the chat saying Justin knows Justin's. And Mr. Scamper is letting us know. And a tremendously intoxicated lady next to me at a bar started eating peanuts whole. I looked it up to make sure it was safe.
Oh, you
very responsible of it.
How kind of you.
Joey, which value
doing at a bar?
300.
300 and enter the war room. According to the FanDuel Sportsbook, which of the following players has the best odds to be the first tight end drafted? Michael Mayer, Darnell Washington, or Dalton Kincaid? And just to clarify, best odds means most likely to happen. So the one that would pay out the least if you bet on it.
Yeah, I think it's Michael Mayer.
Final answer?
Yeah.
I am sorry. It is Dalton Kincaid at minus 140. He's the only tight end with minus odds to be the first tight end drafted.
You're thinking of John Mayer, Joey.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
Well, technically,
it's the right answer, but it's not right.
See, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's all right.
I do think it's been switching recently. Like we've had some recent news and recent flips in the odds here. That's going to be no points for you, Joey, unfortunately, but the chat was on this one. Grim fan said Dalton. Dustin in here with Kincaid as well. Nice job, guys.
Nice.
Smart fans.
Good job,
Bob,
chat.
We got Bob Harris in the chat. What's up, Bob? Saying I often sit with cats at bars. Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, it's totally normal occurrence that happens all the time.
Bob?
Maybe the chat's just more D-gen oriented. They're just constantly in these sports books because I would have slam dunked Michael Mayer right there. I was bobbing my head up and down.
They know right away. And I don't mind the Darnell Washington plus 500 odds there. Not that I think he's the most likely, but it wouldn't be the first time we've seen someone who's just a monster get pushed up the draft board because of their potential, right? So I looked at this and
a little bit of moolah on that, Simon.
I don't mind sprinkling a little on Darnell Washington at plus 500 right there.
I have a question.
Yes.
If it turns out that Michael Mayer does get drafted first, do I get my points back retroactively? Or is this like
no,
they're gone forever? Okay.
They're gone forever. Unfortunately, Joe, they've been wiped from existence. They are null, and no one even remembers that they were ever available.
Feel free to file a complaint with Jay Felicio at GMNJ on Twitter, though.
Yeah, 100%. In his DMs with a picture of your feet. JL, Joey got his wrong, which means you've got free reign of this board. Where do you want to go?
I thought Name That Justin was going to be my category, but then I got scared after the first one. I didn't know who that was. What makes a name again, Simon?
It's like picture puzzles. There's going to be pictures that make a player's name when you sound them out. It's like a rebus.
Okay, I'll take the rebus for 400.
What makes a name for 400? Here's what we got. Who is this referring to?
Therapist. Maybe if you eat your makeup, you could be pretty on the inside. Maybe if you eat your makeup, you could be pretty on this plus. Bruce Lee, what the heck?
Fantastic. That's a great line.
Maybe if you eat your makeup, you could be pretty. Oh, it's like bullying. Bully Lee. Bullying Lee. Bully Lee. Bully. I don't know.
Are you giving up, JL? Are you tapping?
Therapist, bully.
Final answer?
My final answer.
Okay. Well, JL, this is Will. They're writing their last will and testament. Lee. Bruce Lee. This is Will Disley.
Their last
That's
will
right
and
in your
testament.
It really? Is what came up in clip art. Look, it's an old man and a young lady. And
clearly his will.
He's got the pencil.
And Testament.
Do you have any idea how
Pretty
hard
subjective.
That lady's head is very small for her. How broad her shoulders are.
I think the man's is as well. Just in his pose, we can't see it as well.
Do we know for sure that's a man?
Right for an old person. I don't like
quads.
Pen pals with old people.
It's like AJ Dillon writing his last will and testament.
I'll accept the arguments about the will, but I will not accept arguments that this isn't a diss. This is a diss if I've ever seen
That's a diss. That's a diss.
That's a straight up diss.
Slam dunk. It's a very good line. I wrote it down.
Jail, unfortunately, no points for you. Scampers was so close with Shrink Jerk Bruce. But Shrink Jerk Bruce is not correct.
Jerk Bruce.
Dude, fantasy team name right there.
Just Shrink Jerk Bruce.
Forget fantasy teams. I'm naming my first child Shrink Jerk Bruce.
Taking that bet.
Bob's that old dude has a lot of hair. Stop being jealous, Bob.
Are you guys ready for the next round? One full round. Justin has a lead 400-0 on this one.
That's right.
Justin, free reign of the board as we get back to you. Where would you like to go?
I mean, let's just stick to it. Name that Justin 300.
Name that Justin 300. Name that Justin.
Come on.
Justin Long.
Final answer.
Come on.
Bonk, Justin.
That is Justin Long. Going to get you $700. I will accept that answer.
I totally blanked on his name.
He's been on my list of like celebrity, just long shot guests that we could maybe actually get on here. I feel like
I'll be watching that episode. He's hilarious.
I feel like he's surprisingly accessible.
You think so?
I think so.
Like he's the kind of guy that you could just like run into at Dutch Bros.
Yeah. Yeah. And
just see
he's
Justin
totally
Long.
cool about it.
I don't know if he feels like he's approachable. Feels like he might be a little more triggered to like, the attention type of Justin. I don't know. Maybe that's just his characters because his characters are always like so frantic. His characters are always so just like choppy, all the time.
Justin, did you see Barbarian?
No, I have not. I'm a big Accepted fan. I could quote the shits all day for sure.
Accepted,
so.
Ask me about my wiener. That's Accepted, right? Or did I just yell that for no reason?
That's Accepted. That's
correct. That's correct. In our SGPN store, we have a pair of swim trunks called Ask Me About My Third Leg. Definitely go check those out.
Nice.
And pair them with your Inches by Simon underpants from the FYF shop. You can have
on the other leg, it says about my parlay, but it says like ask me about my third leg.
Nice.
You can have a full genital themed fantasy football wardrobe from SGPN and FYF. Justin, you got that one right, giving you a pretty nice lead here, and you get to pick Joey's next category. Where do you want to send him?
Let's go to what makes a name. That looks tricky thus far.
300. I'm gonna get some points.
What makes a name for 300? The chat was on that last one. Scampers knew it was Justin Long. Justin Long. Joey, 300 and what makes a name? This is what we got.
Oh,
ouch. I agree.
I'm going to give you about 10 seconds.
Oh, Stephon Diggs. Got it.
Final answer?
Yeah.
This is Stephon Diggs.
He's taking a break. That's Stephon Breaks.
That's Stephon Breaks from Diggs.
Stephon taking a breather.
Stephon Union 5.
Favorite scene from Goodfellas when they make the guys dig their own graves.
Yeah.
I tried to get a good picture of Stanley Yelnats, but there wasn't a high quality enough one to throw in there. Joey, you're going to get 300 points for that one. Nice job, my friend.
That 300 to 400 difficulty jump is no joke.
So with these, it's really hard to like casual, like gradually up the difficulty. You know what I mean? They're either like on point or they're a stretch.
To the therapist Bully Lee or it's Stephon Holes.
Stephon Holes. The chat was all over this one. Jay getting it. Mr. Scampers getting this one as well. Dustin got this one. Dame got this one. And Craig so close with Curry Lighthole.
Curry Lighthole.
Beautiful. Well, guys, we are going to move on to our next question now. Justin, you got that one. Or no, that was Joey's question, right? Joey, you got that one correct, which means you get to pick JL's next category. Where you
JL, why don't you take? I'm going to send JL to Target.
To Target. 500.
Target.
500.
For 500. Which player led the AFC East in targets during the 2022 NFL regular season? Was it Stephon Diggs, Jacoby Myers, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, or Garrett Wilson?
Ooh.
A lot of good receivers in the AFC East.
A lot of good receivers. Oh, is it Diggs or is it Hill? I'll go with Hill.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Dale, you're 100% correct.
Nice.
It is Tyreek Hill with 170 targets.
Dang.
Diggs was second with 154. And Garrett Wilson right up there with 147
Close.
as well.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the freaking year. I didn't realize how insane of a year it was. Like, I knew the highlights until I went back and looked at those stats. I'm excited for Garrett Wilson next season.
I thought Waddle would be closer.
Yeah, it does seem like he was closer during the year, right? And I feel like the narrative during the offseason last year was that Waddle might be the targets leader, but Hill leads him in fantasy points. And now we're looking at it's probably just Hill in both, at least for the time.
He was 30 targets behind Garrett Wilson. Jalen Waddle was last year.
Justin, do you think we're going to see a similar target split between Hill and Waddle going into next season, or do we start seeing maybe the shift in 1A, 1B going the other way?
I think Tyreek Hill just fits the playbook very well for Tua Tagovailoa's skill set. It's very hard to defend, a 40-yard cutback route. Jalen Waddle isn't really used like that, and Tyreek Hill's speed and separation skills really allow him to flourish a little bit more so. So, give it a couple more years of Tyreek Hill dominating the offense. Apparently, he's going to retire pretty soon. He's got other plans apparently cooking. So, until that time, I'd say he's going to be the guy there.
I believe him until the Dolphins make the conference championship game the season before he said he was going to retire. And then that dude likes to win.
Yeah.
He's going to want a bowl. So hopefully the Dolphins just don't win one before then, because then he's out of there. And I want to watch Tyreek Hill play for more and more years.
Absolutely.
John Luke, do you tend to agree with Justin here that we'll probably see a similar split with Waddle and Hill next season?
Yeah, I do think so. We're going to see this offense shift a little bit. They're not going to come in with the exact same type of composition that we saw last year. Sicky's gone. They're gonna swap some things up. But Justin's absolutely right. They're building around these guys. So as long as Tua is there slinging the ball, I think Hill's going to be locked in as that one.
Makes sense. Tim in here saying, I just want to win it now and forever. Dolphins fan in the chat doesn't like my plan for a couple years out. We got Tabitha in here. What's up, Tabitha? Welcome in.
What up, Tabitha?
Joey's mom.
Mom.
Love to have you in the chat today. And Scamper's reminding us Waddle was banged up, and Grim fan letting us know in different words, Waddle waddled too much.
It happens.
Maybe a little less waddling next year, and he'll be fully healthy. Well, guys, we're going to move on to our next question. JL, you got that one right, and now everybody is on the board, and you get to pick Justin's next category. Where are you going to send him?
I'm partial to grab bag. Let's send Justin a grab bag.
Which point value would you like, Justin?
Let's go 5. Let's go 3.
300 right in the middle. Here's your $300 question. What company used the ad slogan, "When it fits, you feel it"? Was it the glove company, Trojan, or JCPenney?
It could be either one.
Haven't caught up much with my advertising on any of these brand fronts here.
You a big glove company, Stan?
Never a big Trojan fan, to be perfectly honest.
We're a Durex guy.
What's a Trojan?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a sleeve.
They're called insurance policies.
You know that little sleeve that basketball players wear when they're shooting and makes them shoot better? That's a Trojan.
Very simple.
Does it make you shoot better?
When it fits, you feel it. When it fits, you feel it. When it fits, you feel it. Let's go JCPenney. Duck it.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You are 100%
I just had to
right.
feel it. I just had to feel it.
Let's go.
When it fits, you feel it. And that slogan fit JCPenney perfectly. Nice job, Justin. In the chat, getting a little tricked by this one. Scamper's going with TGC, the glove company. Grimfan going with Trojan.
Game also
the glove company real?
The glove company's real. I typed in rubber glove company on Google to find the name of a real glove company.
Yeah.
Condoms, actually.
Pretty good. Pretty good marketing.
Well, Justin, you got that one correct, which means you get to pick Joey's next category. Where do you want to send him?
Let's go name that Justin.
Name that Justin. Dustin in the chat got that one right. Don't know if I shouted them out. And Ladarius as well saying JCPenney. And Dustin said, I worked for JCPenney. That's how I knew it. So Justin's got that inside scoop on the if it fits, you feel it.
10% discount.
I'm going to go 200.
200 and name that Justin for Joey.
Buck.
Scared of the 500.
Yeah.
Name that, Justin.
It's Justin Tucker.
Final answer?
Yep.
That is Justin Tucker.
Take your easy pandering money.
His hair did look a little different, didn't have much facial hair, so it took me a half a second more than it should have.
In pictures where it's just his face, his mouth always looks much bigger. But then if you look at his whole body, his mouth looks normal sized. Test it out after the show. Pull up 2 pictures of Justin Tucker. One
of Justin Long.
And one of Justin Long. And then that's it. Joe, you got that one right. You're going to get to pick John Luke's next category. Where do you want to send him?
JL.
Vernicus.
What's in a name?
What makes a name?
Yeah, what makes a name?
I'll go with 500.
What makes a name for 500?
Nailed this last time.
John Luke, here is your what makes a name.
Oh my gosh.
Plus. Wait. Okay. So Amir Abdullah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
This is Amir Abdullah, JL. Nice job, my friend. Getting that one pretty quick.
I was like, I didn't know if the minus was supposed to be part of the name. Like, is his name Amir Cat minus Cat?
Amir Cat minus Cat.
Amir Cat minus Cat.
I believe it's Greek.
Abdullah.
I'm not mistaken. Chat was on this one. Dustin getting it, Craig getting it, and Mr. Scamper's getting it. And I said the wrong name as I clicked on each comment for all of them.
I would have loved to seen you have like a woman giving birth with a lady down there, like for a doula.
Doula. Oh my god, that would have been
that would have been like top tier FYF moment.
Although I had it at the ab part. I didn't get to the dual part. Luckily,
the dual part. But that was a pretty good duel, right? A wizard and a not wizard.
Way better than Will and
maybe
Testament.
The pecs and then a picture of Hezbollah.
You shall not pass.
I'm just every week the $500 question is going to be a different way that I make it Amir Abdullah. I just keep on making different picture puzzles of his name. Bob Harris in the chat with a great point saying we don't minus cats around here.
Facts. This is an equal cat opportunity employer.
You're right. Let's just think of this as subtracting that cat, not all cats in general. I apologize for my cat transgressions, but we can move on. Jail, you got that one right, which means you get to pick Justin's next category.
Justin wants to go to Enter the War Room. He told me before the show.
Oh, he did?
That works. Let's try to hit a home run here. Let's go for 5. Haven't missed one
Enter
yet.
the War Room for 500. Here's what we got. Which of the following teams is most likely to draft Anthony Richardson, according to FanDuel Sportsbook's odds? So this is the team with the best odds, the most likely odds to draft Anthony Richardson.
Give me the Colts.
Is it the Colts over the Seattle Seahawks, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Tennessee Titans, and the Detroit Lions?
Yep.
Well, you are 100% correct.
Yeah.
It's kind of close with the Titans at plus 200.
I don't know how any of these are even in here. All these teams have to trade up to take them.
Yeah.
The Raiders, the Seahawks, the Titans, and Lions all would have to trade up most likely. And those are none of the names I've heard actually rumored to trade up to number 3.
These are some of the more likely options. Titans and Raiders are 2 and 3 after the Colts on the FanDuel Sportsbook, which Titans I had heard rumored. Raiders didn't seem as likely to me though. That one seemed odd. But the chat mostly getting this one. We had Ladarius with Colts, Dame with Colts, and Dustin with Colts. Some Seahawks and Raiders guesses in there as well. And Scampers with the Poops guess. It is not Poops.
Good try. Big swing. Big miss.
Some people call the Colts Poops.
Some people do call
Indianapolis Poops. I could see it. I could see it being close though. I mean, just the fact that it's not guaranteed that he doesn't fall, right? I think that's built into these odds is that he could slip.
Whoa. Oh, okay, you pulled it back up.
I was just pulling it back up. And also built into this, I think, is we've seen teams identify their guy and then trade the farm to get him, right? Like if one of these teams, if the Raiders want Anthony Richardson, they think he's the future, they will get Anthony Richardson. They'll trade whatever it takes to move up. So maybe they're not fearful of that movement, but you're right, Justin. It does seem like the Colts should be far and away favorites whenever they just slightly edge out the Titans there.
If Derrick Henry moves on, like I love Anthony Richardson going to the Titans, especially for Treylon Burks. Like that could be really exciting if they end up with him.
The team here I got most excited about seeing was the Lions. I feel like I would love to see him behind Jared Goff for a year or two and then step into that offense with Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamison Willett. Like it would, that could be the most fun team in the NFL if Anthony Richardson develops behind Jared Goff well. So that's what I'm cheering for. That's my dream scenario.
I like that.
But Dustin thinks that all of these teams would be making a mistake by drafting him unless it's in the second or third round. They know Anthony Richardson hater.
Oh,
jeez, Dustin.
He's projected to go top 5.
Come on, Dustin. Well, guys, Justin got that one correct, which means he's going to get to pick Joey's next category. Justin, where do you want to send Joey on this board?
Sorry, Joey. We're going to keep you lowly here. Give me what makes a name 1 and 2.
I'll take 200, please.
200 and what makes a name?
Apper Sandy. Andy. Pussy Willow. Andy.
That is correct.
Andy Dalton. Andy. Oh my God, why am I blanking on this? This is easy, isn't it?
About 10 seconds, Joey.
Andy, I don't know.
Okay. If you're calling it, we are going to move on.
Yeah.
Joey, this is Andy Reid. That is a reed. A reed is a plant that grows in rivers.
You
and
made that up.
Just Google reed.
Reed is totally a thing.
I don't have that word association. I don't have that.
Really?
No, I got nothing on that. I don't know.
Like in lagoons?
If you just search reed on Google, no other context, it's the first thing that comes up in the images.
R-E-E-D.
Is it closer to a weed or closer to a flower?
Like a water weed.
I just pulled from the ground, pal.
If you ever find one,
the only read on that I got.
Ever find
one?
Hold
me down.
Bite into it. Grab it and bite into it. Nothing
into a reed.
Throw that away.
Into a reed. It'll
explode
into a puff.
How do you know it's a reed and not sea lettuce?
It depends on where you
are.
Just
making up words now.
Are you in the sea?
Or are you in a salad?
Are you in a pineapple under the sea?
Are you sure Andy Pussy Willow isn't correct?
Andy Pussy Willow, that is his maiden name, unfortunately, which we will not be accepting. JL, you've got free reign of the board here. The chat knew that one. We got Andy Reid from Jay, Bob Harris with Andy Reid, Ladarius with Andy Reid, and Scampers letting us know reeds are a nature thing.
Reeds are a nature thing. Huh.
Thank you.
To be fair, when I said I give up, I'd seen Jay say Andy Reid, and because I'd seen it, I had to give up.
There we go.
Just being honest.
Zoom in.
But I didn't know what a reed was, so I would have never gotten it.
I wouldn't have gotten there. You were stuck on Pussy Willow. Whatever the heck that is.
Bill, where do you want to go?
That's what's the little brown thing that was in the picture.
Oh. I'll go with let's go. You know what? I gotta catch up to Justin. Let's go with Name That Justin 500.
Name That Justin 500. Name that Justin.
Oh my God.
We are a football show, so sometimes big names from other sports are tricky for certain people.
Justin Pedroia.
Final answer?
What?
Oh my
God.
I am sorry. This is Justin Verlander. Justin Verlander. I knew this was either going to be
Kate Upton.
The easiest or hardest 500, depending on who drew it. You either
when did Verlander go to the Mets?
Not a chance in hell.
I was going to ask the same thing. I thought that was a fake uniform to throw him off.
No, the most common picture is with the Astros, but whenever I looked it up, I made sure I got the most recent image of Justin Verlander, which was in a Mets jersey.
Well, if you had asked me to tell you what team he's on, that one I couldn't have answered, but I know what Kate Upton's husband looks like. I mean,
and it's like that, apparently.
Every morning, Justin sees a picture of Justin Verlander. You son of a bitch.
You idiot. The chat was all over this one. Justin Verlander all around.
Not one of them texted me the answer.
Not a single person. Also, Bob said, I believe you just called me certain people. Bob being one of the people that doesn't watch baseball and probably did not know the answer to that question. JL, unfortunately, that does not tie you up with Justin. You're still sneaking around in second place, but we're back to Justin's turn, and you've got free reign in this board yet again.
Let's go to targets for 4.
Targets for 4. Amari Cooper tied for the most targets in a single season of his career last season with 132. Within 100, how many total targets has Amari Cooper had over his 8-year NFL career?
Oh, wow. Last season was a high of 132. Within 100, how many total targets has Amari Cooper had over his 8-year career? Where's my pen?
Some quick back of the napkin math.
Quick math really quick here.
Do you have any napkins, Justin?
I have my little pad for final.
Unacceptable.
That'll work. We'll accept it.
That'll do it here.
I remember one time.
Let me just write some numbers down. Let's do 10:32. Has some injury time.
10:32. Final answer.
10:32 is final answer.
Well, you are right within that range. The answer was 950.
Dang.
Anything from 850 to 1050 would have been accepted. And most of the chat was outside of that range on this one. Nice job, Justin.
Well done.
Adding 400. Before we move on,
math, no big deal.
No big deal at all. Before we move on from this question, I did want to ask you about Amari Cooper for fantasy next year. I think he was slept on last year, probably because of all of the turmoil around the Browns team in general, and then specifically the quarterback position, Jacoby Brissett starting for 11 weeks. Do you think Amari Cooper's in line to repeat what he did this past season going into next year?
Yeah, he's just got to stay healthy. That's always been his MO. If he's on the field, he's going to be their wide receiver one. He's going to be their top target. We saw them move on from Dearness Johnson. I know you guys were talking about him last week. Looks like they're moving on from Kareem Hunt. Seems like, a rookie, running back will be targeted probably in that early third round with that pick swap with Cleveland. So I see him having a lot of priority in this offense. You did bring in Elijah Moore and you still have DPJ there, but I think, his skill set being that big body receiver, someone that can stretch the sidelines as well and even go across the middle. Stay healthy, brother. I think he's going to be a big weapon in that offense. I think he can definitely get back to that same type of target volume, if not a little bit more.
I'm with you.
A little bit more of a bump.
I'm with you. Joey, do you think there's room in this Browns offense for another fantasy relevant pass catcher, whether tight end or Elijah Moore?
I think Elijah Moore will be fine this year. I would happily take him to have him as like a wide receiver 3 on my team. If I have to settle for that, say I went running back early and I need to settle for later wide receivers, I'm really happy with Elijah Moore because I think he can play outside and he can play in the slot. So yeah, I think Elijah Moore is fine. I'm a little down on David Njoku. He's kind of in that glob for me now. Donovan Peoples-Jones, I think, is probably just going to be more of like an X receiver where you'll see him maybe 3 targets a game, but when he catches one of them, it'll be for like 60, 70 yards.
That's my prediction for one of the most contentious splits this offseason on Twitter is the Elijah Moore versus Donovan Peoples-Jones as the fantasy relevant wide receiver 2 on the Cleveland Browns, because DPJ's got a contingency of hardcore believers that think he's just waiting for that moment to step up. So we'll see. I tend to lean more on the Elijah Moore side, but I'm excited to see how it shakes out heading into the season and in the preseason. The chat did not get this one except for Dustin with 900. Dustin was the only one in that range. Nice job, my friend. All right. Well, Justin, you got that one correct, which means you get to pick Joey's next category. Where do you want to send him?
We'll go to grab bag.
400.
400. Which of the following celebrities is the tallest? Jack Black, Keanu Reeves, or Bo Burnham?
Shoot,
I'm gonna go.
I know this one.
I'm gonna go Bo Burnham. I think he's like 6'4" or something.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It is Bo Burnham at 6'5". Keanu Reeves 6'1".
The moment I realized that was in his special when he stands next to the door frame and he's like taller than it.
The door.
That's an incredible special. But are you the one that was released
it's
during
one
the
of
pandemic?
It's one of my favorite comedy specials ever made. That and Middleditch and Schwartz.
Jack Black might not be the tallest of these 3 fellows, but in stature, he is a giant. He is incredible.
Personality, he is definitely
voice of Bowser.
These are 3 great personalities. I don't know, that's tough.
I want Jack Black to host the Oscars next year. I am starting the campaign for him now. I want him to open the Oscars with Peaches. And if you don't know what Peaches is, go see the Mario movie. But
I want him to dress as Bowser and host the Oscars.
No, Simon has to happen.
Okay, as long as he doesn't do anything that he did in The Mandalorian, I'm fine with that. But that episode was like a complete throwout.
Oh, no.
I have not seen him in that, and I don't want to.
I love this graphic, by the way.
Thanks, I made it myself.
This is beautiful.
It's my laptop background now. 3 of my guys, me and my friends.
You can just tell by Bo Burnham too. Look at his chest. Like his chest is literally taller than Keanu Reeves in this photo.
Yeah.
And maybe I should have picked a more shirted photo of
just
Bo
like his
Burnham.
Yeah,
but God, like it was so. How could I not put that one?
That's a long man top right there.
A long man. Mm-hmm. The chat, most of the people getting this one. Mr. Scampers with Bo Burnham, Ladarius with Bo, and Dustin with Bo Burnham as well. But we had Andrew joining us. What's up, Andrew? And saying Keanu.
What's up, Andrew?
I thought Keanu was the trick in there because he just seems like a tall guy. Welcome in, Andrew, and great guess. Unfortunately incorrect. Joey, you got that one right, so we're going to move on to JL's turn now, but you get to pick his next category. Where do you want to send him?
Gimme. Where are we going?
JL, I'm sorry. What makes a name?
Dude, why? Joey does not understand the strategy of this game. He constantly puts me in the hole when I'm not winning.
No, here's what I do understand the strategy. I want you to get this question right, so you send Justin to name that Justin, and then.
Well, now I'm going to send him to the grab bag, probably.
Well, why would you do that?
Because you use me as a stepping stone.
I'm not a part of your plan.
Yeah, don't you use me. Let's go 100.
Oh, is that the one you want?
That's the one I'll go for. I'll
okay.
pretend like I have some agency in this.
Here is your what makes a name.
DK Metcalf.
All right, final answer. Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. I know a calf is named anywhere.
This is DK Metcalf. And
thanks for leaving the DK on his tie there.
Yeah. It's a $100 question. Finding a good picture of a calf is really difficult because they're either like too sexualized or too medicalized.
Tell me about it.
Sexualized? What is this, Saudi Arabia?
What about a baby cow? Like that was an option.
I could have gone baby cow.
That didn't get the reaction it should have, Justin. That was a good.
That's all right. It's okay.
That was a good job.
I apologize.
Put those calves away, you slut.
Okay.
It's mostly
streetwalker.
It's mostly gym bros trying to sexualize their own calves with
or sexualize my calves for some reason.
Or gym bros sexualizing JL's calves over and over again.
God.
The chat was on top of this one, except Andrew, who said bully mascot leg. You were very close.
Bully mascot leg. We already had bully.
JL was very to the point. Like I was thinking about donkey puns, and he was just like DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf. I was stuck. I was afraid that I was going to be I wasn't going to know the name of the Mets mascot, and it was going to be something super obvious.
It's just Mr. Met.
This
Balls
is Buddy
McGee.
Balls McGee, the Met mascot.
I'm pretty sure that's the Yankees mascot. The other New York,
my bad.
New York Balls McGees.
So
John Luke,
baseball.
You got that one right, all according to Joey's plan. Are you going to continue following his plan and picking Justin's category, or are you sending him somewhere else?
Let's get it, Kirk.
Justin, which value would you like?
I mean, 2. Let's go. Let's ride.
200 or 500?
Oh, there is a 5 left. I'll take the 5. Screw it.
Okay, 500 and grab bag.
Let's leave the window for a comeback here.
Which of the following flags is not the flag of a real country?
I only know one of the flags.
And
I'm gonna just say because immediately I would have looked at the one with the dragon on it and been like, "Nah,
which one?
Oh, that ain't it."
Which one with
exactly.
the
Now there's 2. Now there's 2. I mean, I'm just going like SAT strategy here because I don't know this answer. I'm gonna go with F because it looks like it's a symbol from Star Trek. So yeah. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that no country has adopted the Star Trek medallion as their flag. I'm gonna go out on a limb there.
Final answer?
Final answer. If it's wrong, maybe I need to reevaluate where to live.
Chat's getting their guesses in. Most of the chat agreeing with you over there. JL and Joe, you guys want to take a guess before we reveal it?
Well,
C.
He can't change his answer, right?
No.
Because I know C is Wales. I know that.
Damn it. I was going to say, who the heck just threw
I was going to say one of those was Bulgaria.
Like
C was Bulgaria. I don't know.
A, maybe Ghana. I'm not sure, though.
Okay.
It just looks legitimate.
Yeah.
Well, here is the correct answer. D is from the movie Tangled. It is the flag for the kingdom from
I knew
Tangled.
the sun rays were a little too curvy.
I got to know where F is.
F is St. Lucia. That is the flag for St. Lucia.
Yo, that is a dope flag.
What's A?
Shout out.
A is Mozambique. So A is
St. Lucia are just nerds.
Right? That's exactly what I thought. Why I put it in there. Just straight up looks like the Star Trek logo. And the colors in there, though. Yeah. I feel like countries usually stick to the same palette. St. Lucia was like baby blue and gold. Let's do it.
Yeah, they were very on it.
Is B like Caribbean Toronto?
Close. It is Dominica. So it is in the Caribbean. So that is the flag for Dominica. Joey got the next one. Wales.
Yeah.
And then this one I believe is, I'm forgetting. I think it's Bhutan, but I can't remember.
Monte Carlo.
Did anyone in the chat get it right?
Ladarius Brown was the only one who got that one
Ladarius.
Right.
I bet Ladarius is a girl dad.
Drop the mic too.
Nice job, Ladarius. Also, drop the mic. Yeah, I did not see drop the mics in there.
Yeah,
Mike.
Bob complaining that this answer is Trekkist. Yeah, for all you Trekkies out there, this one was just to trick you.
It did. It got me.
Got tricked.
Well, we are going to move on to our next one. I did confirm that E was from Bhutan, so that is the Bhutanese flag as well. 2 dragons, both of them were real.
How'd you confirm it? Did you Google?
I Googled
flags with dragons.
Flag with dragon, orange, red, and Bhutan came up. If you just type in keywords, Google usually figures out what you mean.
Nice.
Justin, unfortunately, that was incorrect, which means Joey, you are up next, and you've got free reign of the board. Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna try to wait 1 second. I want to think of some strategy.
Now
I'm just gonna go into the war room.
Dude.
Enter the war room.
For which point value?
400.
Enter the war room for 400. According to the FanDuel Sportsbook, which round is UGA quarterback Stetson Bennett most likely to be drafted in? The 3rd round, the 4th round, the 6th round, or undrafted?
I don't think it's 3rd round. And I don't think it's undrafted. I'm between 4 and 6. Can I say 5 and get it right?
Absolutely not.
I'll say 4th round.
Final answer?
Yeah.
So close, Joey. It was the 6th round. You got it down between the 2.
Yeah, they really do.
They hate him.
Yeah.
I've seen 7th round, so that was actually surprising.
Undrafted is just as likely as 4th round, though. Like they're saying he's just as likely to go undrafted as he is to get drafted in the 4th round, which more to illustrate your point. Yeah, they are.
You think it's because of that post-Natty interview that he did? Hungover?
No, I think it's that he's not incredibly talented or athletically gifted. Like he's good. He's good, but he's not Bryce Young. He's not CJ Stroud. He's not Trevor Lawrence.
Looks like he could bag groceries, and that's just not like an exaggeration whatsoever. Like he might get drafted by the Patriots, but he looks like he could bag groceries for sure.
To be fair, most people look like they could bag groceries. It's not a terribly difficult job.
Justin Fields, no, he does. He looks like he would never bag a grocery. That man is above grocery bagging.
I bet he
lost all our
grocery. He is him.
So. Our grocery bag audience,
yeah.
Dustin said if he was
society.
So Dustin's agreeing with you and saying if he wasn't a dick, he would be a 3rd round.
Damn. It's not an ageist take. He's just an asshole.
Dustin apparently just hates this quarterback class. First Anthony Richardson, now shot at Stetson Bennett.
Yeah. And I thought the Anthony Richardson was just over the line. Dustin,
Jaron Hall
on that.
This guy.
All right, you're up, JL.
It's me again. Let's go with Target 300.
Yeah, Joey's in charge of the show now. Targets for 300. Here's your question. Which group had more targets during the 2022 NFL regular season? Was it Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook or all of the Atlanta Falcons wide receivers?
I will take the Minnesota Vikings, please.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Just those 2 players?
Just those 2.
You would be correct, Dale, with 240 targets compared to the Falcons wide receivers at 228.
That would have been so evil if it was the other way around.
I thought about doing it the other way around, but I changed my mind. Added another player in there. Chat was on this one. Mr. Scampers with not Lana and Ladarius, Falcons fan in the chat, knew this one for sure with the A on the Jefferson and Dalvin Cook. John Luke, that is going to add $300 to your score, and you get to pick Justin's next category here. We got time for at least one more round, maybe 2.
Let's send Justin to name that Justin.
Okay. There's only one question left, Justin. So this one's yours. Name that Justin.
Don't mess it up.
I just want to say he is him, but the answer is Justin Fields.
I'm sorry, we're out of time.
I wish it just said him down there, but it is Justin Fields. Nice job, Justin. Going to add another 100. With the moves that the Bears have made, are you expecting that level up as a passer from Fields that we've seen after these young quarterbacks have gotten the prime weapon? He's got DJ Moore now.
Yeah, I mean, all the weapons around him are going to help. You're going to have a full season with Chase Claypool, full offseason with him as well. I think he's going to play a bigger role than people expect. And I think there's going to be a lot of misdirection in this offense and in this playbook. You've got guys in Darnell Mooney, DJ Moore, Chase Claypool that can actually all carry the ball, that have all taken carries in their career. So I think there's definitely going to be some unique play calling. The biggest thing, honestly, for Fields, I mean, he has all the weapons of a downfield passer. He just doesn't have the time. last season, he was running for his life. 1-2, you're on the floor. 1-2, you're on the floor. So really the draft is, big focus this upcoming draft is going to be building up that offensive line, maybe adding in a few veteran pieces on that line, post free agency as we, kind of see the last, dominoes fall, where some of these older guys, can, pick up a good starting spot, good opportunity, after teams evaluate the draft. So I'm very excited about him as a Bears fan. And I do think he's going to take a step forward as a passer, similar to what we saw, Jalen Hurts last year when they leveled up with an AJ Brown acquisition.
I'm with you. And it is the current fantasy landscape and how smart people are with these quarterbacks means after what we saw from Justin Fields last year, he's not getting drafted outside of those top 5 quarterbacks probably. We saw it with Jalen Hurts last year, right? People predicted that evolution and it happened and he was drafted that way. I bet we're going to see Justin Fields drafted that way next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
The chat was all over this one. Ladarius with Fields, Dustin with Fields, Andrew Hall with Meadows, and Mr. Scampers with Mrs. Fields' son. Nice job.
Correct.
Justin, where are you sending Joey?
Look at the symmetrical puzzle board we got.
We will go target.
Target.
200, please.
200. Which player led the New York Football Giants in targets during the 2022 NFL regular season? Was it Darius Slayton, Saquon Barkley, or Richie James?
Pretty solid 200.
Yeah, this is a solid 200.
It is a solid 200.
It feels like a 50-50 question for me. I'll still say Slayton.
Final answer?
Yeah, it's probably Barkley.
It is Barkley. It's kind of close. 76 to Darius Slayton, 71. Richie James at 70.
Come on.
That's for you, Joey.
That was unneeded today. Today is my birthday, and this is how you treat me.
Oh, happy birthday, man.
It's not my birthday. I'm a liar.
Oh, well, shit. Well, don't do that.
There's not a chance in hell we would have made it 53 minutes into the show.
Trying to get into that tilting montage there, aren't you, Jail? I don't get to pick category.
No, you don't, because you got it wrong, which means it's JL's turn. JL, where would you like to go?
Let's go with grab back 200.
Grab back 200. Joey, if it makes you feel better, Ladarius and Scampers were agreeing with you that it was Slayton. Andrew, the only one in the chat getting that one right. JL, you said grab back 200?
Yep.
Here we go. What was the first feature-length animated film released by Disney? Was it The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad? Was it Bambi? Or was it Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Final answer?
Yep.
That is 100% correct, Jay. I'm going to add $200 to your
first one a real
bank.
thing?
Yeah.
Like you've been to Disney World or something.
Yeah. Who do you think?
Come on now.
You have a VHS player.
Just in my dreams.
You walk around that place for 5 minutes, you know that answer.
I like to map out my trips to Disney World, even though I've never been. Oh, I'm going to ride this ride. And then I'm going to ride St.
Lucia.
Scamper's guessing St. Lucia. Very close. Very close. Ladarius and Dustin getting that one correct. Nice job. JL got that one right, which means we got time for one more if we go through this. Justin, which category would you like?
He got it right, didn't he?
Oh, he did. JL, which category are you sending
let's send Justin to targets.
Okay, here we go. Who had more targets during the 2022 NFL regular season? Was it Devontae Adams or Deshaun Jackson?
True 100 here. True 100. It was Devontae Adams.
This is Devontae Adams by 180 to 17 targets. It was close.
180 to 17.
Sorry, this question was how many trips to target, which Deshaun Jackson had more. So you're wrong.
Justin, where are you sending Joey?
7 to enter the war room.
Oh, okay. I get a chance. Okay. 200, please.
200.
Simon.
Here we go. There have been rumors abound about what the Panthers will do with the first overall pick. According to the FanDuel Sportsbook, which player has the best odds to be selected at number 1 overall? Is it CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, or Anthony Richardson?
CJ Stroud is my answer. Yeah.
Final answer?
Yes.
It is currently back to Bryce Young at minus 270. CJ Stroud at plus 200. Anthony Richardson at plus 2,000. Chat on top of this one. Craig and Ladarius knowing that Bryce Young was back on top. And
Panthers want to mess up the number 1 pick. That's what they'll do.
Ate enough McDonald's, I guess, this week. Shifty odds.
Jeez.
Yeah, you got those extra cheeseburgers. They were having a deal, so he was able to put on 5 pounds.
I'm still not convinced that the Panthers aren't going to go with Anthony Richardson, though.
Oh,
I've felt it. It feels right. I think it could be the surprise of draft night. If
it feels like Cam Newton, though, right? Just kind of feels like, we'll draft our next Cam Newton.
I don't want to say that, but yeah, it's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah. If a franchise,
I don't think they should do that. I don't think they should do that.
It could be fun, though. I'm just excited to see where he lands.
It might be fun.
John Luke, you get to pick your next category. Where do you want to go?
Let's go to Grab Bag 100.
Grab Bag 100. Which image is of Michael Cera?
Oh my God, that's so tough. Let's go with A.
A?
Yeah.
That is correct. A is Michael Cera. B is Jesse Eisenberg. Different person entirely. Not even the same guy.
I thought they were the same guy.
Dale, that's going to give you. What's up, Joey?
That's Jesse Eisenberg is Jamie Eisenberg from CBS's cousin. That's absolutely true.
Is that a true fact?
Is that actually true? Yep. No way. I didn't know that. Yep.
That's awesome. Have they kicked each other under the Thanksgiving table?
He's called into the show a couple times. For when they do their St. Jude's telethon. Yeah, he plays fantasy football. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Cool. I wonder if he beats Jamie.
Just to show the last question before we roll into Final Jeopardy, we had, according to the FanDuel Sportsbook, which of these wide receivers has the best odds to be the first wide receiver drafted? JSN, Quentin Johnston, or Jordan Addison? Who do you guys think it was?
How it's going?
JSN?
Feels like Johnston is the answer.
JSN.
It is JSN right now. Johnston dropped, I think, after his pro day. His 3-cone raised a lot of concerns for a lot of people. And I saw him drop quite a bit after that. But
Jackson Smith broke the 3-cone record, I believe, at the Combine.
Opposite ends of the spectrum here. Well, guys, we are getting into Final Jeopardy here. Your category is going to be NFL stadiums. NFL stadiums. So write your wagers down. Get it down anywhere between 0 and the total amount you have. As a reminder, if you needed to see it, Justin, you have 2,100. Joey, you have 900. And John Luke, you have 1,700. It is still anybody's game because JL and Justin are so close. Joey could come back and win it. Let me know when you guys have your wagers, and I'm going to get Final Jeopardy ready to go.
I feel like there's only one way I can go with this. My wager.
All right, I got mine.
You got it?
Oh, trivia for the chat. Chat, can you name the background that Justin has up right now?
Bonus question.
$5 in Cole's cash to the.
You can follow my podcast if you get it right.
Mm-hmm. Also,
you are allowed.
Richard Sickles in the chat saying Jesse Eisenberg got to sit at the adult table at Thanksgiving. So him and Jamie never really encountered each other.
Jamie's still at the kids' table.
Yeah, well, he gets Jesse's spot one day. If Jesse doesn't show up, he gets that spot.
And then Jesse's little sister was the little girl from the Coke or the Pepsi commercials.
I don't remember little girls from Pepsi commercials.
If you Google Pepsi girl, that's his little sister. Dustin, $5 in Cole's cash. Check your fax machine. It's coming to you, buddy.
Ladarius getting this as
sorry.
Well.
Dustin got in first. You get nothing.
Andrew also getting it. Nice job.
Okay. All right.
Also, we got some bets from the chat coming in as well. Graham betting it all. Mr. Scamper saying $6.2 billion final answer. And Bob Harris betting, he says, I'll bet my 3 cones. All 3 of them. All 3. He's going to have a 0 cone drill.
That's what
that.
You forget. It's about
remember Total Recall?
The cones.
3 cones.
It's all about the cones.
Well, here is your
Wait, we didn't show our wagers.
Yeah, show your wagers first. Joey was 0. JL was 1,700. And Justin, yours is that 1,301?
Yep.
1,301. JL betting it all. And Joey betting 0. Here is your final question. Which NFL team plays their home games in the stadium pictured below? Is it the New Orleans Saints, the Tennessee Titans, or the Arizona Cardinals? Write down your answer. I'll give you about 30 seconds. And then we will reveal, and whoever has the most money at the end of this will be our poll perception champion.
Easy, but that makes me think I'm going to lose.
That it's not easy?
That I'm about to lose so hard.
Watching Derrick Henry play in this stadium has been one of the joys of my life. I'll just have to say that.
I'm doing some math. JL, your math is easy. Joey, your math is easy. Justin, you made me do math.
Hi, brother.
You make me do math.
You
Can we show?
made me
Do
do math. Wait, if everyone's got their answers, before we show our answers and before we finish this, I want to remind everybody about some more shows coming up on Better Sports Network after this. We are done here shortly after this question, but at 5 p.m. Eastern time, the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook is live with John Impemba and James Grande. And at 7 p.m. ET, you've got Tour Junkies with David Barnett and Pat Perry. So stick around on BSN for some baseball and golf talk a little bit later today as well. Now let's see.
Maybe they talk about Mr. Verlander.
Maybe they'll talk about Mr. Verlander. Let's see those wagers. Oh, the answers. We've got Titans from JL, Saints from Joey, and Justin has Saints as well written up there.
They just renamed it, didn't they?
Well,
they did. They did.
The answer to this question, everybody, is
Cardinals.
The New Orleans Saints, which means Justin, you are our champion today. Joey, you're going to come in second place, and JL, you're finishing with $0 down there in third. Justin, congratulations on your wire-to-wire, never trailed fantasy football Jeopardy victory today.
Absolute domination.
If it wasn't for St. Lucia, I would have gone, 7 for 7. So take that off my vacation.
Dang, St. Lucia.
Justin has a grudge against the whole country of St. Lucia from this day onward. Freaking Trekkies. Well, guys, if you are not already following our friend Justin, go and follow him on Twitter at SGPNJB and check out his work with SGPN over there. We will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time and every day, Monday through Friday, for more of the Fantasy Football Game Show. Until tomorrow, though, we are out of here. Another big congrats to Justin. A big thanks to everybody in the chat who came in and hung out with us, played some games. We will see you guys bright and early tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Until then, adios, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.